Welcome back. Welcome to ASAP TV. Big shout out to Insyte GH and Mr. Richard for joining us today. What is your biggest challenge being in Dubai?
Claude, I will never say that Dubai hasn't got challenges. No, never. You see, with every sweet thing, there is a sour taste somewhere.
Sure.
Yes. And with all the praises I'm singing for Dubai, doesn't mean that Dubai is 100%. For example, Dubai lacks what we call accommodation. Their housing system is so disadvantaged. It is only in Dubai. I traveled to South Africa in 2018. I did in Egypt. I did in Sierra Leone. And these are African countries. But working in these countries does not demand that you sleep in what we call bed spaces. But I don't begrudge them because the influx of tourists and the influx of people coming to work here are more than what they can take. That is the negative of Dubai. If Dubai is able to solve their accommodation problem, then I think you don't need to go to America, or with all due respect to America, but I'm telling you, that is one of the most important things that Dubai needs to solve. Then again,
Accommodation.
Yes, accommodation is one. It is the key one. Yes. Then again, you see, Dubai is becoming, I think, one of the greatest tourist centers here. But it's becoming too free for people to come here because it's a tourist place. Do you want to know why I'm saying it is too free? Like a lot of social vices can be found in Dubai. The system is very tight. The security is one of the best in the world, but still, people manage to find themselves in. So, on the street, there are a lot of, I don't want to say prostitution, no, but at least young Ghanaians, young Nigerian, young Cameroonian girls who are supposed to be at a level doing, but are sometimes found wandering because when they come here, the kind of sweet words that they were given it's not working. So they have to lean to menial jobs, and sometimes if not taking care, then they have to sell their bodies. And that is very disgusting to me. That is one thing that needs to stop. I become emotional when I talk about this thing. Because we need these young Ghanaian girls, these Nigerian girls, these African girls to be proud to be Ghanaian, Nigerian, African girls working at places where, see, they are mothers, they are sisters. These are the two main key things that I think Dubai must solve.
If you are joining us now, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, share if possible, hit the bell button so you watch more content on ASAP TV. So we're talking about the accommodation system in UAE. I'll talk from my own point of view. Personally, I've been living in a bed space, like we call it here, for quite a while. So I totally understand what you are saying, and I believe everybody watching this video is living in a bed space.
Almost 99% of us coming here,
of people watching this video, I believe they're living in a bed space. So they have a clear understanding of what Mr. Richard is saying. Yeah, it's horrible actually. It's not a good thing.
At all.
Most at times you don't know where these other people are coming from. You don't know what they do, and in a period like this where we have the coronavirus pandemic going around, you cannot control an adult
at all.
So living in a bed space with maybe 5 people, 6 people, 10 people,
sometimes 15 people.
15 people sometimes. I've been in a bed space at the Banias.
I also been in a bed space in Satwa.
And I saw more than 15 people
and
living
we're about
in one
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 9, 11 people
living in one room.
That is serious.
I'm just saying that we are here by the grace of God, because judging from this bed space life, if I mean, how can you avoid the coronavirus, for instance?
It's serious.
Like, it's impossible.
Serious.
You cannot control an adult, and I believe that many people watching this, they have a clear understanding of what I'm talking about. The life and accommodation in Dubai is the first major problem, as Mr. Richard will say. That one is, I believe all of us understand what is going on.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Richard, what do you think is, apart from the accommodation system, you already explained how the accommodation system is a big problem and how it's messing up our girls and everybody in general.
Yeah.
But do you think that this accommodation system is messing up mostly Africans? Because I've noticed.
No, I don't think it is mostly Africans. There are a lot of nationalities here, bro. Pakistanis, and they're the worst corporate.
Pakistanis, to me, I think back in the country, even they were living in a bed space, so I will not particularly say it's messing them up.
But with all due respect to any Pakistani that is watching, but the problem is that they are worse than Africans.
For sure.
Yes.
No debate.
Because when you look at Pakistani accommodations and in the areas it is serious. But I'm talking from the point of view that I'm an African, and I'm talking about Africans and how they must live here. And to anyone out there, it doesn't mean that because of the bed space there are not opportunities here. You see, living in UAE, in my own experience, for the 7 months I've been here, it's just like climbing a ladder. The higher you go, the cooler it becomes. So when you are able to move to a certain degree of employment, I think you can find yourself not a bed space, but at least a partition. You see, I explained this to a Ghanaian friend who wanted to come here, and he never understood what I'm saying. Bed space, partition before you get an apartment, maybe share an apartment. These are the problems.
Check on your YouTube, Insyte GH. It's very informative. It's a channel created by Mr. Richard here. As you already know, he's a very inspirational person, and he's a very intelligent person. So you can check out his channel and you can get more stuff from there. So back to the bed space stuff, Mr. Richard. Brothers from Ghana, Cameroon, Africa, they don't understand what's the meaning of bed space and partition. Can you explain to them, like, what's the difference between partition and a bed space?
A bed space to me is when you have, like back in Ghana, all those who went to secondary school, see that your bed that you sleep like on in a dormitory, yes. Okay. Thank you. In a dormitory-like lifestyle. But that one, I think you're all Ghanaians.
Or hospital.
yes, in a hospital. But you are all Ghanaians, so maybe there's no problem. Maybe you can find maybe 2 or 3 people from your own area. But here, you're going to stay with different nationalities. That is the most critical point here. And a partition sometimes is just like the same accommodation you live in the bed space, but this time, like artificial creation, a separation for you to get your own bed, but not out of the same thing.
Out of the room.
Yes, not out of the room, but at least here maybe you may have your privacy because you are in the same division or the chamber that you are in. Actually,
like a separation, like with a
plywood or sometimes a formica or marker to just divide. That is the partition. Yes.
So when you are in the same room.
Yes, and I've seen where maybe by sheer hard work, 2 or 3 people can get an apartment and share
by hard work.
By hard work, yes. Okay. By hard work, you can have an apartment with yourself, maybe 2 rooms with your kitchen and washroom, and you can share. It is also they call it that the studio apartment here in Dubai. I think that is the kind of sleeping wahala that we are finding ourselves in here.
Okay, so you heard him. If you are joining us now, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, share if possible, hit the bell button so you watch more content on Insyte TV.